Hello friends, today I am going to discuss about the valence bond theory from coordination compound. Now let's discuss valence bond theory. Okay, there are three theories to explain bonding and properties. Bonding and properties of coordination compound. Okay, first one is valence bond theory. Second, crystal field theory. And third one is molecular orbital theory. Out of this three theory, we explain valence bond theory. In today's session, I am going to discuss about the valence bond theory. Okay, for the properties and bonding in coordination compound. Now, for the coordination compounds, you know that there are coordinate bond between the ligands and metal. Okay, for the during the formation of the complex, like this. Okay, for example, cobalt F6 minus 3, in which you know that the coordination number of the cobalt is 6. Then what is the hybridization? What is the hybridization of the cobalt during the formation of this complex? Then second point, geometry of this complex. Geometry of complex. Then magnetic properties. Whether it is paramagnetic or diamagnetic. Okay, magnetic properties of the complex. Then whether complex is inner orbital complex or outer orbital complex. All these points I am going to discuss in this lecture. So watch this video till the end. Okay. Now let's discuss valence bond theory by using this example. That is cobalt F6 minus 3 is the coordination complex. Now the first step to solve this question or to get the idea about hybridization of this complex, then magnetic properties, hybridization, magnetic properties and their geometry. Okay, first find oxidation state. Oxidation state of central metal atom. Okay, now what is the oxidation state of the central metal atom? Cobalt. Let's consider X minus X plus charge on the ligand. Okay, during the formation of complex, at least ligand having the at least two lone pair of electrons. Okay, so charge on the ligand is -1 into total number of ligand 6. It is equal to charge on the complex ion, that is -3. So +1 into -1 into +6, that is a -6 is equal to, then x is equal to -6 become +6, x is equal to +3. That means in this complex cobalt present in +3 oxidation state. Okay, we get the oxidation state of the cobalt present in +3 oxidation state. Now the second step is, you know, the atomic number of cobalt is 27. So let's draw electronic configuration. Electronic configuration of the cobalt is, here is argon. Okay, suppose cobalt in 0 oxidation state. First write electronic configuration under the 0 oxidation state. That is argon having the 8 electrons, then 3d, after that 4s orbital. Okay, then 18 plus, it is 7 2. Okay, argon 3d 7 4s 2. But cobalt present in this complex is +3 oxidation state. So the electronic configuration for the cobalt +3 is argon 3d7, not 3d7, that is 3d6 4s 0. Clear? Then after the orbital is, after 4s is 4p and 4d. Now in the next step, draw the orbital. That is 3d orbital, outer orbital, just 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 5 d orbitals. After that 4s. Okay, then 4p, and last is the 1 2 3 4 5, that is 4d orbital. Okay, now let's fill electrons in the orbital. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now in this complex, the ligand is fluorine ligand, and it is an weak field ligand. Okay, fluorine is an weak field ligand. Now what is the difference between the weak field and strong field ligand? In the presence of strong field ligand, these electrons get pair up. Okay, but in case of the weak field ligand, the electrons not get pairing. Okay, now the ligands becomes the strong field or weak field. It depends on the electrochemical series. Okay, or simply remember the tricks: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and halogen. This is for the halogen. Remember one thing is that the ligands having the carbon or nitrogen as a donor atom. For example, cyanide ligand. Okay, carbonyl ligand. In case for the nitrogen, it is ammonia ligand. Then it becomes the strong field ligand. Okay, the ligand is strong field. And if the ligand involving this orbital donor atoms, that is oxygen, for example water as a ligand, then X means halogen, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Okay, then these ligands are the weak field ligand. in case of the strong field ligand, there is a pairing of this electron, but when weak field ligand present, that is oxygen as a donor atom or halogen as a donor atom. Okay, this is the very simple trick to remember this one. Okay, now in our example, fluorine as a ligand, and fluorine is weak field ligand. Okay, according to our tricks. So there is a no pairing in this case. Now then, what is the coordination number of this cobalt is 6. Okay, cobalt having the 6 coordination number. Coordination number of cobalt is 6. That is 6 fluorine attached to the center metal atom, that is a cobalt. So during the formation of the bonding, there are 6 hybrid orbital involved in the bonding. So in which one s orbital, 3p orbital, okay, this 3p orbital, and 2d orbital, this 2 means from to this there are the 6 orbital involved in the bonding. Okay, and in that orbital, fluorine is a negatively charged 2 electron donor ligand. So it donates, each fluorine donates 2 electrons in the vacant orbital of the metal, that is hybridized vacant orbital of the metal. There is one fluorine here, then second fluorine, I can write in this thing also. Okay, first, then second fluorine, then third one, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So what is the hybridization of this complex? That is 1 s. Okay, yes. Then number of p orbital is 3. Yes. Then 3p orbital. Okay, sp3, and how many d orbital involved? 2 d orbital. Okay, so sp3 d2. This is the hybridization of this complex. Now the second question is, what is the geometry? Okay, geometry of this complex. Now for the geometry of the complex, remember the simple thing is that whether the hybridization is sp3d2 or d2 sp3, the geometry is octahedral. Okay, geometry is octahedral. If hybridization is sp3, then in case of the Ml4 type complex, it's one metal and 4 ligand. If hybridization is sp3, then geometry is tetrahedral. For dsp2 hybridization, geometry is square planar. Okay, now the second question is geometry. Okay, so this complex having the octahedral geometry. Clear? I can write like this: hybridization sp3d2. Okay, geometry octahedral geometry. Then third question is, what is the magnetic property of this complex? Now in this complex, 4 unpaired electron present, so it is a paramagnetic. Clear? Paramagnetic complex. Then fourth question is whether it is inner orbital or outer orbital complex. Now this complex is outer orbital complex because in the hybridization there are the outer orbital involved. Okay, so the complex is outer orbital. Clear? Outer orbital complex. If in other example this inner d orbital involved, that is 2d orbital from the inner side involved, that is from the 3d, then it becomes the inner orbital. But in this case it is an outer orbital complex. So let's discuss more example. Okay, nickel cyanide 4, charge in the complex is -2. Now let's discuss this example. This is also the same question, that is what is the hybridization, then geometry of the complex, then magnetic property, and last question is whether this complex is inner orbital or outer orbital complex. Now first we have to calculate oxidation state. Okay, I already uploaded video on the how to determine oxidation state of the coordination complexes. Okay, so let's determine oxidation state of the nickel. Now let's consider X for the center metal atom plus ligand is cyanide minus. Cyanide minus is a negative 2 electron donor ligand. Okay, cyanide is a negative 2 electron donor ligand and charge on the cyanide is -1. So -1 into number of ligand 4, which is equal to charge on the complex sign. Okay, this is the complex sign, is equal to -2. Therefore x minus 4, that is -1 into +4, that is -4, which is equal to -2. X is equal to 4 minus 2, then x is equal to +2. Okay, now +2 is an oxidation state of the nickel in this complex. So in complex nickel cyanide 4 times, charge on complex -2, oxidation state of the nickel is +2 or nickel having +2 oxidation state. Okay, now our second step is what is atomic number of nickel? Atomic number of nickel is 28. Okay, 28 is an atomic number of the nickel. Then electronic configuration in nickel 0 oxidation state, electronic configuration is argon, okay, 3d 8 4s2. Now in this complex nickel having the +2 oxidation state, so electronic configuration for the +2 oxidation state is argon. Okay, why argon is here? Because argon having the 18 electron, so 18 plus 8 26 plus 2, that is a 28 electrons. Clear? Now in the +2 oxidation state, argon 3d8 4s 0. Now what is the next orbital? 4s, after 4s 4p, then 4d, 0 electrons in this orbital. Now write this d orbital, s orbital and p orbital. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, the 3d orbital. After that 4s, then 4p orbital. No need to write 4d orbitals. Okay, now fill electrons in this orbital. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, now this electron configuration, when ligand is not present, okay, on the nickel, in the absence of ligand, this configuration is okay. But when ligand approach or ligand is present in this complex, okay, for this complex the ligand is strong field ligand. Cyanide is a strong field ligand. How? You know our trick, that is carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, halogen. When ligand having the carbon as a donor atom or nitrogen as a donor atom, then it is a strong field ligand. Clear? According to spectrochemical series. Okay, so when this ligand is present, then the electronic configuration is like this. For this complex, 1 2 3 4 and 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, this is empty, this d orbital. Now in 4s, there is a 4p orbital. 4p orbital is a 4p orbitals. Okay, what is the hybridization of this complex? This complex having the 4 ligand, okay, 4 cyanide ligand. So nickel makes 4 hybrid orbital to occupy this ligand. Okay, so it is a 3d. This 1d orbital, 1s orbital and 3p orbital. Okay, 3p orbital. So not a 3, it is a 2p orbitals after this. So the hybridization of this complex is dsp2, and this ligand, you know the ligand, that is cyanide minus, it's a negative 2 electron donor ligand. So it fills, each ligand fills 2 electrons in the metal empty d orbital. Okay, empty hybridized orbital. So the hybridization of this complex is dsp2. Then geometry of this complex is square planar. Square planar geometry. Geometry is square planar. Then what about the magnetic properties? In this complex there is no single electrons, or there is no unpaired electron present in this complex, so it is a dimagnetic in nature. Okay, and this magnetic property is dimagnetic. Now whether it is an inner orbital or outer orbital complex, in this complex inner d orbital involved, so it is an inner orbital complex. Okay, now you can solve this example. Nickel Cl4 minus 2. What is the magnetic property of this complex? magnetic property of this complex. Okay, this is for your homework. So this is all about the valence bond theory for the coordination compound. Like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel Chemistry RRR. Thank you for watching video.